My name is Amanda Eileen Carpenter, and my life story is my leadership story. I believe leadership is defined by the willingness to step into the unknown with grounded confidence when more than your own interests are at stake. I am the third born in our family of 4 children. I learned to speak up and to think out loud in an attempt to be heard. My younger brother was diagnosed with severe asthma, and at the tender age of 6, I would become his voice when he could not breathe. Just a few months later, my father was in a severe logging accident. I took on the role of a little caregiver, preparing me to later become the health advocate voice for my family and in my career. In high school, I was very involved in sports and activity clubs, but I was insecure and tried to hide. I became shy and quiet in unfamiliar situations. One day, my JV softball coach, Mr. Bertrand, pulled me aside to commend me on my integrity and leadership. He shared with me that actions speak louder than words. And he said, "Carpy, you always show up on time, work hard, and are willing to support others." In that moment, I realized integrity is always doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, because someone is always watching. A couple of years later, I would have the honor of playing varsity softball for Coach Marianne Bump, a coaching and leadership legend. From her, I first learned the impact of our thoughts on our performance. In my junior year, I was struggling to hit the ball after previously being quite a hitter. I lost my confidence and was striking out often. Coach pulled me aside and said to me, "Carpy, it's your power that you're afraid of. Stop holding yourself back. Step into your power and you'll crush the ball." It is our power that we often fear, hidden behind our subconscious blocks. I graduated high school in the mid-90s. My senior quote was, "It is not what you are thought to be, but what you are," by Publius Cyrus. It took me several years to understand and integrate this quote. The most liberating moment of my life was when I realized that the opinions of others don't matter to me because it is only their perception, it is not who I am. Following high school, I immediately started a matriculated 5-year program to obtain my master's degree in physical therapy. I was the first in my family to go to college and really had no idea how to pay for it. I learned when your heart wants something bad enough, credit can fund it. I waitressed my way through high school and college. Here, I learned the importance of clear communication in what feels like a high-pressure situation. I also learned the value of teamwork and that it is impossible to meet the needs of everyone. Following college graduation, I immediately took a job as a physical therapist about 20 minutes from my hometown. Still a bit shy and self-conscious, I was comfortable in this position and would likely still be working there if a disagreement and lack of trust did not provide me with the energy to flee that situation, stepping into the second scariest risk in my life. 2 years out of college, I took on a contract travel physical therapy job, temporarily filling in for a staffing crisis across the United States. In addition to being a decent PT, I was expected to be grounded, adaptable, and efficient. I had to quickly integrate into depleted teams in crisis. 10 contracts and 7 states later, I eventually learned to step into these new positions with grounded confidence. During this time, I went on to pursue my doctorate in physical therapy while also working full-time. In 2007, my husband and I would return to our small hometown in the Southern Adirondacks to open Carpenter Physical Therapy. Once again, I was stepping into the unknown, armed only with my family name in my hometown and a hard work ethic. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but somehow it felt right in my heart. My fear of failure and not being able to provide for those in my care caused me to overwork, overcare, and eventually begin to burn out. It was from this place of loss and desperation that I found out the importance of self-care and having a clearly defined mission. If you don't know where you're going, you will run out of gas trying to get there. My healing journey took me down a path of major physical health transformation. As I healed, I became excited to share with others, causing me to pursue additional certifications, including health coaching and consulting, transformational leadership coaching, and heart-mouth resiliency training and mentoring. My ownership and health journey, as well as over 25,000 hours of one-on-one patient interaction as a physical therapist, have taught me some very foundational lessons on the pursuit of optimal human performance. Number 1, we work to show up in a world according to other people's definitions and desires. Then we shame and guilt ourselves when we fail to achieve a goal that was never ours to obtain anyway. Once we clearly define our mission in life and get to know the person in the mirror, we can get off the hamster wheel and start living a fulfilled, meaningful life. Number 2, the physical body will take us out of situations that we are not courageous enough to remove ourselves from. The body hears us when we say, we can't keep doing this, so we might as well go after what we desire. Number 3, an injury or illness can be a catalyst to waking us up to live a purposeful and meaningful life. Number 4, there is such a thing as overcare. It can lead us to sacrifice our own health. We are all on our own journey. We can't prevent the suffering of others. It is from those desperate moments in depleting emotions that we each find the energy and courage to step into our power and live our most fulfilling and joyful life. I have been blessed and honored to share what I have learned about optimal human performance in injury prevention and illness through lectures, workshops, consulting, retreats, and one-on-one coaching. I've had the pleasure of working alongside dear friends and family, which has taught me additional life lessons as well. I'm excited to continue my journey, sharing what I have learned to help others integrate their own challenges and gifts to live a joyful and fulfilling life where self-love will triumph fear. Together, we will cast ripples of vital energy into the ocean of humanity.